On this edition of Three Man Power Trip, we're going to start talking about the off-season outlook of different teams. We're going to start with the AFC East, and the first team we're going to talk about is the New England Patriots.
Division winner, everybody knows them.
They went 12-4 last year. Obviously a good team, and has been a good team for
the last decade.
A couple notables. They've got a lot of players going to free agency, but 10 of those players are starters, which one of them is Nick Folk, the kicker. So they got nine actual starters that's either hitting free agency or needs to be re-signed.
And obviously the first one that everybody wants to know about is Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm. That's the biggest question.
Does he come back? He's 43.
The biggest thing with Brady is this is probably going to be he's taking visits.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time really he's done this.
He's never done that. Yeah.
Pretty much this is probably him to New England. You guys show me what you can build around him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he's.
I mean,
offensively they need help.
Yeah, their team needs is offensive weapons, pass rushers, and then obviously Brady or another quarterback if they go.
And I still think even if Brady comes back, you've got to get a quarterback.
Right, you got to get somebody to sit.
There needs to be somebody. I mean, with it being a late round pick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's where they screwed up with Garoppolo, but
they hung on to Brady. And then Garoppolo walked, and then now Garoppolo's in the 49ers going to Super Bowls, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say, for me, one of them needs a pass rusher. They run a pretty simple defense.
Mm-hmm.
It's plug and play.
No.
They can get rid of anybody and get the same production with a guy that's on a rookie deal.
And Belichick has proven that he can trade away a hell of a player just because they're not showing up to practices or they get mouthy or whatever. He gets rid of them, brings somebody else in, and the defense still succeeds. It's a team-built defense. I mean, it's not one,
I would say probably,
2 players that make it.
What else we got here? Devin McCourty.
Devin McCourty's a big name, but he's also
getting
33, so they've got their linebackers, Jamie Collins and Kyle Van Noy. They're free agents right now. Those are some big names. Because they did have a hell of a defense this last year. So
they really did.
I would say Collins. I think Collins will resign.
Right.
I mean, he didn't really do anything when he left,
And they've got $45.5 million in cap space, so they're probably middle of the pack, I guess.
And then once again, it goes back to the Brady question. They said they're willing to pay him $30 million. He made $23 million. If you pay him $30, then you've only got
16, maybe.
Yeah.
You've
only got $16 million to play with to sign these other guys, and McCourty's $9 million, Van Noy's $5 million. That's it right there.
I mean, I don't think team-wise, I don't think they probably should bring Brady back, but the problem is they don't have anybody else.
Right.
They've got no backup plan. Now, they do have a lot of draft picks. They've got 13 draft picks.
No second rounder, though.
Several in the later rounds.
Yeah. Six round picks, they got 5. They've only got, the 1 first rounder. But, they could sneak up and maybe take a project QB,
Right, and that's kind of why you got 5 6th rounders and a 5th rounder, 3 7th rounders. You could maybe... They might throw a package together, a couple 6th rounders, and
get up in the
5th rounder to get up into the 2nd or 3rd round.
Just to get somebody, I don't know. But then you got a project, and
right.
I don't know. I mean,
I think there's a lot more question marks. How long is Belichick going to stick around?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he'll be here this year. But if they end up going to McDaniels, they go to end up sell their coach. They might not want that quarterback. If they decide to take some kind of a project,
I still kind of think McDaniels is going to be the coach because the whole Colts thing. I just think that they must have told him something to keep him there. So,
right. So McDaniels is the next in line.
That's what I think.
Kind of what we're thinking. Yeah.
I'd say offensive weapons. They have decent running, but it's mostly your tight end and your receivers.
Yeah, you could definitely tell though on the offensive side, Brady was missing. He was missing Gronk, or just that deep threat in general.
Yeah.
Well, I think one of these guys, quote me if I'm wrong, Watson. He's gone, isn't he? He's retired.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
so.
I think so. So
he was 39, so.
Yeah, so he was technically a starter. So I guess you're looking at 8 starters at that point instead of 9 that we kind of thought.
And they picked up Sanu, right? So Mohamed Sanu, Dorsett, Philip Dorsett's a free agent, and you got Edelman.
Mm-hmm. But like that's what I'm getting at. Mohamed Sanu, the little that they had him, he wasn't stretching the field like a. I mean, like an AB or whatever, when they had him.
I think they've got their big body with that N'Keal Harry.
Right.
But you got to have the guy that stretches the field.
Mm-hmm.
Edelman doesn't have the speed he used to have.
Right.
No.
And then Mohamed Sanu didn't seem to
He's
stretch.
getting older.
Right. He didn't seem to stretch it as well as they probably would have liked, but...
And then they've got a couple offensive lineman starters that are free agents too. So, I mean, there's some holes. I mean...
I think one of the team needs should be the lineman.
Yeah, that's...
You can tell a difference this year's line versus previous lines.
The thing that's helped Brady, though, is he has a quick release. So that line only has to hold up for 3 seconds, and then Brady, 3 to 5 step drop, he reads it and he gets rid of it.
Those running backs that they use too help a lot. The quick passes,
right? The dump offs and the.
So.
But anyways, that's your biggest question mark is Brady, and then like you said, you got Van Noy, Collins, and then Dorsett potentially, McCourty at safety, but he's 33.
They're a question mark to me because
they really are.
Because even with Brady, you could see the drop off this year, and if he comes back, is there going to be more of a drop off? And if he doesn't come back,
then where do you go with the younger quarterback?
Starting over again.
Right.
So
I think the biggest thing, he's going down to 1-1 on the end of his career.
Yeah, he is.
I think now Brady, if they end up keeping him or what have you, you've got to rely on more of the receivers instead of him now.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of like what Manning did.
And for years, it was all relying on... Remember, Brady used to make good receivers out of, no-name people.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not like that anymore. I mean...
I know there's talks about Gronk maybe coming back.
I heard that, too.
I don't think he's going to. But
I mean, I could see... There's always a possibility.
No.
I know he said he finally feels like he's healthy.
Right, he's still relatively young, so...
I always figured he'd come back for I figured he'd come back this year just for that
when they got
playoff push.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe he's just happy doing what he's doing. I don't know.
Got his body.
Partying.
Got his body. Smashing heads.
Anyways, that's kind of the overview. Is they've got about 8 starters that they got to kind of fill or re-sign. $45 million in cap. They got 13 draft picks to work with. So they got some needs. Like you said, they're a question mark for really the first time in 20 years. It's kind of different seeing them in this position.
Well, I'd say this too while we're doing this. Since we're going over the whole AFC East, do you guys want to do an early projection of who you think's going to win, take the division 1 through 4?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could do that.
So obviously New England won this year.
New England won it this year, but as we said, there's question marks. Is Brady back, or if they start over with a new quarterback, I don't think they win the division. I think it's Buffalo.
Buffalo, yeah. I agree.
If Brady's back, and then they can get Brady on a deal, maybe Brady will take a team deal. He made $23 million. Maybe he'll take $19 million or something, just to allow the team a little extra to build around him.
I would say that's another thing.
But
everything's kind of geared back towards Brady. Do you think Brady comes out and says, "Hey, I'll take $5 million a year. Go get me a team"?
I doubt
if he were to do something like that, that'd be insane. I could see $15 million.
There may be. I think there may be something in the back of his mind that kind of wants to maybe go somewhere else just to see if he can do it without Belichick.
Right.
And to go to a situation that's already,
it's already built.
Yeah.
Right.
I know we'll cover that probably in a future episode.
Yeah.
There are certain places I think that he'd be a good fit.
Yeah. So, I guess that's it with the Patriots, and we'll be posting another video of all the other teams. So stick around.
Stay tuned for
subscribe.
episode 2 of the AFC East. Like and subscribe.